What's going on, Chill Army? Welcome back to another episode of the Chill Army podcast. And if you guys heard that chair creak, comment down below, creak. You know how YouTubers be doing that, bro?
And if you heard that chair creak, comment down below
creak if you made it this far in the video.
And then they're gonna put like creak emojis.
Yeah. But yeah, what are we gonna talk? What are we gonna talk about, George?
All right, so you know how we get the kill all men, hate all men type scenarios. You know how we have our far right like femboy, like the boys that are like, you know, that are against women, and then you have your far right girls that are against, you know, men.
The incels and the radical feminists.
Yes,
the radical feminists.
Yeah. So I came across some stuff.
Yeah.
As of recently this past week. And it made me like think about a lot of things. I even asked a personal friend of mine, Janae. I talked to Janae this Saturday about the whole issue. So getting straight to it, I'm sure we are all aware of the Christian Rock and Blueface drama, which we're not getting into, but Chris Brown has something to say about it.
Yeah.
And it made me think about it. And, you know, he was saying all these people... I'm not going to read everything, but he was saying that, you know, he made a mistake when he was like 17 years old or whenever the age was, right? And he was like, the whole world can kiss my, you know, I'm effing tired of, you know, y'all running with the narrative. And he said that these people are the same people that tune in to watch like Blueface fight his girl and his girl fight him and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, even Blueface made a response up to him, even just admitting that they even do that. Which is a good thing as to why we condone what Blueface and his girl are doing, when you know the whole world shamed Chris Brown
with the whole Rihanna situation.
Those two have moved on.
They moved on, completely. But y'all keep wanting to bring it up.
About that, like. Chris Brown has been on the lay low.
And that's why that's why I'm kind of afraid to become like a well-known figure.
Yeah. Because it's not even
that's why I'm kind of glad that I'm like a small YouTuber, because the minute you do something that's wrong, it's just, cancel him and stuff like that. And the minute you try to showcase that you've changed,
they won't take it.
Because I'm someone who genuinely likes to believe that, you know, people can change. But then you have all these people who are like, I don't know, let's say PewDiePie when he dropped the N-bomb.
Bro has changed his life. He's he's almost a father now and stuff like that. Like, come on.
Like, he's clearly not racist, but and all these people are just like,
on the fact.
A lot of people are just like, he said the N-word, so he's just forever a bad YouTuber, and it's just like,
exactly. People, I swear, people want to act like they don't make mistakes. A lot of people want to act like they...
You know what I noticed?
Yeah.
I noticed that this whole, like, cancel culture stuff, it's only... that people are only against it until it's someone they like.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I said that wrong. People are all for it until it's someone they like.
Yeah. That I can agree to. And it's like, you know, people who constantly promote this cancel culture act like they haven't made dumb mistakes, they haven't done anything stupid.
It's like the whole
we're all human.
It's like the whole like people who don't like Chick-fil-A because of the whole like their funds going to anti like LGBT things, but then they're the same people who play Hogwarts Legacy even though J.K. Rowling is against, you know, trans people.
I've been hearing about that recently. I didn't even know what it was all about. Now, thanks for clarifying that.
Oh, the whole J.K. Rowling thing?
Yeah, I didn't really, because I was seeing a lot of memes. I was like, what's this all about?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's hilarious how, you know, we promote the thing of like, you do one thing wrong, and I don't even know. And then it's like...
Just ignore it.
Yeah, it's like a whole lot of people want to promote the whole fact that, you know, you do one thing wrong,
you're irredeemable, even though people can change.
What race are we? We are the human race. We have
flaws. None of us are freaking Jesus Christ.
Perfect.
None of us are freaking Mother Teresa. Like, come on.
You know, we act like we're
I don't even know what Mother Teresa did, to be honest. I just know she was a prominent figure.
She was
okay. Okay.
My thing is, like, you know, people act like we are so like oh, we're this and that. Like, I haven't done anything wrong. Mm-hmm. There was one lady that came up on the Steve Harvey show and was like, you know, she claimed to be the most perfect person. Mm-hmm. And Steve Harvey was like, you know, the fact that you said that right there automatically proves that you're not perfect. You're not.
A lion doesn't have to tell you it's a lion.
And don't. It's a lion.
Exactly. If it kills you, it kills you.
So it was like, you know, they wanted to, they're trying to like, it was like they're promoting this thing that, you know, and nobody even shamed Rihanna for it. You know,
Rihanna even came out and said that she was in the wrong, but
both were in the wrong.
Here's the thing: people don't do their research; they just hear the news article, exactly, and then it's like, oh, I don't like this person anymore, even though
they get like the YouTube short.
Like I'm not saying,
and then they claim,
I am not saying, like, just to clarify, I'm not saying I'm not either hating on Chris Brown or Rihanna. I actually like both of their music equally. Mm-hmm. But
we all know they both did wrong.
Whenever there's an altercation between two, like a fight between two people, let's not just be like, oh, this person is the bad person because, oh, men don't hit women and stuff like that. And then Rihanna is just like the perfect being, didn't do anything wrong, even though she was kind of the instigator of the entire.
And let's be real, they were, from what I know, they were both messed up and stuff like that. Not like messed up like that, but they weren't in there.
They were both fighting.
Or something like that. Yeah, they were both fighting. Now, that's not the issue. The issue is, you know, how the media handled it. Mm-hmm. And how even Chris Brown came out on an interview and, you know, apologized and everything like that. And they even...
Because it's the whole, like, and I feel like it does tie in. I'm not trying to get all, like, controversial here, but I feel like it does get into the whole... Man, we're already getting controversial on our second episode. But
that's a good thing.
I feel
we gotta not be afraid of.
We gotta talk about the stuff that people are afraid to talk about.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
But I feel like get canceled. Oh, I can't believe Deondre just said that. Fire him from the Chill Army podcast.
I mean, he's kind of the founding father.
You can't fire the founder.
Father, bro. He started this.
But yeah, anyways, what I was trying to say was, I feel like it has something to do with this whole, like, anti-men swing that's been going on with the third wave of feminism. Because I do acknowledge that feminism is not bad, okay? It promotes equality, but the modern day feminism,
the radical
is the radical feminisms. The feminists are the ones trying to promote this whole kill all men, hate all men, and stuff like that.
And speaking of that, there was a recent incident where a woman was attacked in a Florida gym. So she was in her own apartment.
Before you get to that, I wanted to say, I feel like the whole, like, when people like can't, like, the whole, like, Chris Brown and Rihanna situation, I feel like it ties into the whole anti-men thing, because it's like, oh, Chris Brown.
Yeah, they were literally talking
Chris Brown hit Rihanna, so he's forever a woman beater and stuff like that. But the minute, if Rihanna was caught smoking freaking crack with her baby, pregnant with her baby, there's gonna be people excusing her.
It's like, so weird.
Let a woman. Let a woman do her thing. Rihanna's a queen,
and they'll be so quick to promote, you know, violence against men too.
Yeah,
they'll be so quick to do that. You know, like if a man was actually getting hit and stuff like that, they're like, yeah, you tell him or something like that.
Even though they don't know the entire story.
They don't know the story.
Of the time.
That's the thing, is a lot of times, like I said, we take those YouTube short.
And I'm not saying like men hitting women isn't like a thing. It definitely is.
It is very much a thing.
If you lay your hands on a woman, you a punk.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of this one trend that's going on TikTok. Basically, it's people posting their photos, though it's mainly women doing it. I've seen some men, but it's mainly women. So they post their photos of them at their best, and they post their ex at their worst, and then the people in the comments, which was really sad, it was like, you dated that? Basically, the trend was like to say that, oh, I look way better than my ex, and my ex is
or like how they set that standard or that narrative.
And people in the comments were like, you dated that, and they weren't even calling it the person and him. They were like
that. Like, yeah, like, come on.
they calling him a creature.
Like, have they forgotten that we're all human or something?
Literally.
Have we forgotten that we're all human?
And literally every single comment section is that trend is so immature. And anybody who does the trend, man or woman, is really insecure. And obviously you can't get over your ex because you're posting your ex on TikTok and expecting to have
all for clicks, all for the clicks,
and
but yeah,
tying into
that,
tying into that is the people under Joey Swole's comments. For those of you who do not know Joey Swole is a fitness guy.
He's like a fitness dude, but like he's like against like the whole toxic gym culture, and like he promotes
people going to the gym.
He's lately been known for calling out all these people, like recording in the gym,
and we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. So recently there was an instigation where a guy attacked this lady in a gym. So basically it's one of those apartment places, so you need a key, like the card to get in. She let him in, and he didn't look like he was working out, whatever. So he started instigating stuff. He tried to grab her and stuff like that. She fought him off. Dude left, got arrested. Hoorah. Like, seriously, she put up a good fight, and I think it's a very good thing what she did.
Glad she's okay.
Glad she's okay. She came out saying that too,
because it could have
been
way
so much
worse, dude.
And there was people in the comments that were saying, "Oh, it's her fault for letting him in when you're supposed to have a pass or whatever and stuff like that." And I'm like, that's not the point.
What?
That's not
the point. Is a woman was attacked,
regardless as to whether she let him in or not. Imagine she left the gym and he was waiting for her somewhere else.
The whole thing is she was attacked.
She was attacked. That is the whole issue. Don't talk about no victim blaming,
That's why I hate some people, bro.
So now, with that argument, the women in the comments were going under Joey Swole for promoting. He wasn't promoting anything. He didn't speak on it yet because.
What about calling?
Where's Joey Swole for calling out the men who did that? And that's not. Ooh, that's not the point. Now, the thing is what happened was when they saw that, they were like, oh yeah, where's Joey Swole now? And so he was actually getting in touch with the lady and wanting to confirm that he could talk about her story.
Yeah.
And so, they were going. Twitter is just a messed up place for this type of stuff.
On this side of Twitter.
On this side of
I follow the good side of Twitter.
See, I wish, but I open threads, so that's when I get pulled into.
Problem.
That's when I go down the rabbit hole.
I just like stuff. Yeah. I like stuff, and then
I move on.
And then it starts getting boring, and I leave.
Yeah. So
this is the pattern. I post, scroll, like, leave.
Post, scroll, like, leave. Post, scroll, like, leave.
You need to make a beat. You need to make a beat, like a small beat just for that. If y'all don't know, he makes beats, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna start. I'm really gonna post.
He's trying to be a producer. That kind of went though.
Yeah, it did.
Freaking post,
scroll, like, leave. Post, scroll, like, leave. That should be like the start of this video for some reason. Like the very good intro, and then it gets into the thing. So basically,
we need to make that.
We're gonna do it right after this. So the main thing was like after that they were talking about it and they're like, oh, Joey Swole's not gonna comment about the man and stuff like that. And they were talking about this, and then this one lady that I saw, her tweet was like, this is why we hate all men, because she went into the whole because she was taken advantage of, this and that, and all this other type of stuff, and this is why and the other women were agreeing with her, saying, and for all the men that say not all men are the same men that will be doing this and stuff like that. They went down this whole thing, and it made me think, because I was like, they're pushing this hatred. And to say you hate all men, y'all ain't gonna hate Bruno Mars, will you?
That is true.
Y'all not gonna hate Michael B. Jordan, will you?
That is true.
Y'all not gonna hate freaking Chris Hemsworth, The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, all these. It's not even just that, but like.
Wait, hold on. Before I hold you there, he knows that it's Chris Hemsworth, but he likes to say Hemsworth. I just have to clarify that.
You're right.
Before you get those comments,
it's Chris.
It's pronounced Hemsworth. Don't you know anything, George? What's that? I hope the mic picked it up.
I hope so. We're gonna listen back now. Yeah, that's I can't even speak now. That type of stuff. And it was like, it made me feel weird because it's really not, while we know it's not all men, the point is rather than saying hate all men, because now you're pushing this narrative that
my thing is like, we understand, like, okay, to be honest, we really shouldn't like try to be like, oh, not all men as an argument to it. I can acknowledge that. But you guys have to realize, like, I just hate the hypocrisy of it, because like
we could do the same thing.
I was just about to say that. They'll go around saying, oh, we hate all men, but the minute a guy says, oh, I hate all women for all the negative stuff that they do.
In my opinion, everything's wrong. Just saying you hate anybody is wrong.
Exactly.
Me, and you want to know why?
For me, it's not even like a whole hate all men and women thing. For me, I just hate crappy people.
Yes. Exactly. There you go. Yes. That's why I'm like, no, trust no one.
My hate is rated E for everyone.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And so what I also went into was the fact that, Joey Swoll, remember how he called out, for those who don't know, there was also another video of this girl that was her videoing in the gym, and there was a guy behind her that was just looking around, and she was like, Pharaoh, and then, she also insulted the dude by saying, maybe I should cut his, his genitals off and stuff like that. That way he can't have kids or something like that.
Funny thing is, they always do it.
To go to the gym now.
Exactly, bro.
And imagine.
Look at anybody if they're
my thing is like they always go ahead and attack the person's looks too, like as in like fine men, it's okay if they check you out, but like what I've noticed with this whole gym
versus sexual harassment.
No, like what I've seen with this whole like gym creep TikToks, because we all know most of them are just doing it to get clicks. But I've noticed that they do it for people who aren't usually seen at like conventionally as good looking
in our society.
Yeah.
Joey Swoll even commented on he doesn't even just do gym culture, bro.
Yeah.
He does like actual like real life things. This girl went on the dating app and was posting all the ugly swipes with this weird audio in the background, like clowning ugly people. And he was like, the fact that you went out of your way to like do that, and also somebody recording a crackhead right here, just recording that and putting this audio behind it, and he was like, you have nothing better to do than to look at somebody who's going through stuff.
Exactly, and bro. You're saying all this crappy stuff about. You're saying all this crappy stuff about these random people, but who are you?
Yeah,
like
so to the point of what she was doing. Imagine we started saying we hate all women because the minute they see someone glancing,
or the minute we go, or like let's say like what you mentioned with that video, or we go on the dating profile
and we swipe ugly. We swipe the ugly woman. Oh, we're bad.
Men are foul.
Oh, they don't know.
Castrate them.
She's pretty. She is a queen.
She's a queen. Slay. Period. I hate.
They'll be so quick to call. And it's like,
but let's get to like the main point before.
Because the main point was because
we still got another topic we're gonna talk about.
Okay, yeah, that one's something else too. The main point of this one was just the fact that they were coming at Joey Swoll when all he promotes is like your non-toxic behavior in general. In the gym, he even has a recent video of like a big woman working out. The fact is, he's like,
I hate that stuff like that. Like people will record like overweight people working out,
that's why they're there.
And then they're like, oh, fat people should stay away from the gym. I'm like, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to stay at home and keep eating until we die from high cholesterol, or do you guys want us to go work at the gym? Which one? There's no in between.
Going to a hospital,
that's the point.
Sick people should just go and die.
I'm gonna sidetrack briefly. It's the same thing at some churches, bro. People that actually need help. We have one person in Arizona that actually wanted to learn more about God, and he was a little out of it because he was out on the streets and stuff like that, and he always made interruptions. But nobody wanted to help that man. Nobody wanted to stand next to that man and pray for him and all this other type of stuff. And the man died. Brody died, and he was actually, they were like, oh, well, this and that. We were like the only ones being there with him, like actually talking to him and holding hands with him in prayer and all this other type of stuff. And it was crazy how there was like the people that go there to get the help that they need, they criticize. Yep. And then they'll criticize you guys for sitting at home, for big people sitting at home too. Be like, oh, you're not working out. Go to a gym.
Oh,
okay,
well,
let me go to a gym.
But y'all started harassing me.
And then y'all start harassing me, and it was like, I was like,
so
this type of stuff is out of my mind. So,
but yeah,
all these type of toxic gym people, the toxic people, the Andrew Tate type boys and the freaking far right feminists, all this war between men and women it's just petty and it needs to stop. I'm not gonna say kill or hate on men because they do this type of stuff in the gym. But we could very well say the same.
Don't let one bad person. It's like hating an entire fan base because of one thing. Mm-hmm. Like just because like don't let, what's the saying? Don't let one bad apple ruin the whole batch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel for the lady that got harassed.
Yeah, get to your point though, because
I was getting to the point, and then we just got sidetracked.
Yeah.
So it's sad. Like that was my main point.
Yeah.
The main point was this whole men versus
gender
women,
war.
this gender war is just ridiculous. And
if you want to stop the gender war, comment down below.
Stop the gender war.
Equality.
Because like I said, me and you both, we're not gonna go hating women because of what one woman did to somebody in the gym, or like harassing.
I hate crappy people, but I'm not gonna single it out to like all sorts of genders.
And it was like, it's crazy that we are at this point where we have to even have these arguments. Yeah. And Joey Swole is that type of person that promotes, and he calls out both sides. Remember I told you, he called out both sides. He calls out the men that harass in the gym and the woman. It's not, and they were, because what they were coming at him at was like, oh, you're just gonna call out the women for the phone videos and stuff like that. He's not. This is why women are afraid, because we get harassed in the gym and other type of stuff. So you're just gonna single-handedly alienate out the guys that also get harassed. Not saying that women don't have it hard, because they do.
They have it much harder. They do have it much harder.
We know they have it hard.
They have it much harder than us.
But don't try to put yourself up on a pedestal of like the victims of everything, when sometimes you are not the victim.
Can we just stop this whole which gender, like stop having this like dick measuring contest of which gender suffers more? Like
we're not trying to do like who suffers more.
It's just people suffering. If you see a fellow human suffering, you should try and help out, instead of being like, oh, well, you're a man, so you don't know exactly what I've been.
We can't even glance at in the gym anymore, low-key.
Yeah.
We're gonna be called a gym creep. Now, how do you feel about this whole like black people thing? Where how do I start this off? That's so
out of context. How do you feel about this black people thing?
No. So there's this trend that was going around about you don't act gay. Oh, hold up, let me just, and basically they do racist
white thing.
Yeah, and they're like, but you don't act black.
But I know what he's talking about. The whole
y'all kind of get what I'm saying. When somebody
when you tell someone something and it's like, oh, you don't act black.
Someone in middle school told me that.
The heck is black supposed to act like?
Acting black is acting black is actually officially like a slur towards black people now.
I think that's
yeah, the funny thing is, it comes from black people. It comes from black people.
For me, I've got it more from white people, but I see where you're coming from too.
Yeah, me and Enoch, we got it from our own brothers and sisters.
You don't act black. So what is a black person supposed to act like?
Like exactly, how does someone act black? Because the first time I asked myself that question, I had recently, this was long ago, I had recently received criticism for acting white by, playing games like Pokemon, which is for some reason a white people game.
Oh, it's a white people game? Oh, no.
And listening to a variety of other music genres instead of playing basketball or just singularly listening to rap music like the rest of my black friends.
I'm going to cut them off right there. If you only listen to
one genre. Just one genre.
Only, then
you're weird. There's something wrong. Now, I'm not saying that you have to like every genre, but you cannot tell me that, for me, a big hip hop guy, I am not gonna just listen to hip hop.
Trust me, I'd be putting him on so much freaking types of genres.
Oh
bro.
My goodness!
We had a whole call on Thursday where we were just going through a bunch of like songs.
Crazy. It's crazy. So how does one act black? How do you act black? So because last time I checked, being black was just a race. Was just a physical skin color,
the pigmentation
of your skin. Last time I checked, I'm not wrong, am I? Because that's the last time I checked.
That's how I perceived it.
I didn't think there was. I
didn't know you were supposed
exactly
to. And their thing is like, there's many slang terms used to describe acting black, with Oreo being one of them. Because black on the outside, white on the inside. I spent a lot of my childhood wondering what it meant to act black. How do I get this black approval? If I was supposedly acting white. But skin tone does not automatically affect how someone behaves. Okay? Like many other physical traits, skin color just exists. Okay? Let's use another physical feature that we can't control. What does it mean to act tall?
What does it mean to act tall? Oh, you're supposed to automatically be in basketball or some sort of sport or something.
Oh man, I have the amount of stuff that I've done for being tall. Like, bro, I've had a high school coach legit tell me I was a waste of height.
Yo. Whoa!
I'm not joking.
Waste of height.
Because they're like,
goodness gracious.
Because they saw I'm tall and also a stocky character. 6'4" for the ladies who like the tall man.
Yeah. The funny thing is,
gotta put these back up.
The funny thing is, you're not even that much superly taller than me too.
6'4" is pretty tall.
I mean, no. I know it's tall. I'm just comparing my height to him.
Yeah.
I'm shorter, but I'm not
But anyways, I was a tall, stocky figure, and coaches kept coming at me hey, do you play basketball or football?
I told them. The first thing they did to me when I got to Arizona. That's what they always do.
That's the first thing they do.
Hey,
but I was always yeah, sports just weren't my thing. And one of the coaches were like, man, what a waste of height. I'm like, dang.
Well,
I'm sorry I can't control my height.
It's not even that. It's the point that is
I'm sorry
they automatically think
because you're tall, you're a sport.
Something. You're in sports or something.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it's crazy. So even with saying that, how do you act black, or the characteristics of a black person. I recently saw a video about this guy that went up to this kid in Walmart or something like that with his family. It was your average country type people, the weird and stuff like that. And basically it was Black History Month or baseball, and the kid chose baseball. And he was it's not my fault that God told me to not like black people. And the parents were the ones that were laughing and chuckling. I'm y'all raising
him like that. Exactly.
Y'all raising this kid to just be like that. So we automatically put these stereotypes into how black people are supposed to act, or how white people are supposed to act, or how
they're a bunch of hoodlums.
Hoodlums.
They're a bunch of criminals infesting the streets.
And you remember the story about the lady that stabbed the Asian girl, and it was one less person we have to worry about bombing
us or whatever.
Are you kidding me?
Because
it was Asian. Right?
It was
Asian. Yeah.
Because of I think it was about the whole I think it was hysteria about the whole what's it called?
The Pearl Harbor.
The whole Kim Jong-un stuff.
Oh,
and they're how he was threatening to blow us up, even though
people think that all Asian people are either from
that's what I'm saying,
or Japan,
or China or something.
I think they forget that they're born here. Asian American people.
Asian American.
Wow.
Completely forget about other Asian countries.
But nonetheless, a lot of young African Americans do give blackness a meaning, unfortunately.
And this is on Black History Month too. It's ridiculous.
But but anyways, some people only seek the favor of their peers on a social level, while others aspire to be recognized as black people in their own right. But contrary to, the whole woke sensibilities, there are many types of black people of all different shapes and sizes and personalities. Certainly, there are black musicians and sportsmen, but there's also black politicians, black doctors, black poets. Yeah.
It's crazy. And I'll say this, Michael, my older brother Michael, is definitely a perfect person for this.
Perfect example, actually.
Because, Michael is... we're going to use the term hood.
He's a very well-spoken... Yeah, exactly.
Well-spoken...
I was actually going to get to that. I hate... people are always like, man, you act so white. I'm like, what the heck does that mean?
You could...
am I supposed to be like...
The term is act hood or act ghetto.
Am I supposed to be like this hood person now? Hey, what's good? What's
good, bro?
What's going?
Hey, bro, you hit Janessa, bro.
Man, that bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, what's up, homie? We're supposed to have slur talk or this and that.
Yeah.
There's so many people that are not even black that act hood. They act that term.
Yeah, but his brother
ghetto.
Michael.
My older brother Michael is a freaking
very
professor.
Well-spoken, very intelligent,
an intelligent man. He
shout out to Mike.
We'll put his freaking Instagram in the freaking thing just because. My thing is he is a meteorologist.
Yeah.
He loves the weather. He's always had a passion for clouds and everything in the freaking sky. That is his thing. He is smart and stuff like that. And he has never once acted hood or acted that. And then he has people calling him, oh, you don't act black. What the heck does that mean? I had a friend on the bus tell me I don't act black. And I'm like, what the heck is that supposed to mean?
What does black
I'm supposed to have a slurred talk. I'm supposed to love.
I'm supposed to wear baggy clothes,
or just the gender. So I gotta have Jordans and chains and freaking earrings and tattoos and all these other type of stuff they think.
Have you ever thought to yourself that we don't all act the same way? We're not bees. We don't have a hive mind.
It's not every black person was raised in that life.
Exactly. Yes, there's black people who are raised in that life. But that's because they were raised in that life.
And they're getting us. And think about what we're talking about with the celebrities too. You get people like K-Dot, Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Kanye West, all these other people that had made it out of whatever life. Young Thug, Future, all those type of people.
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle. Perfect example. Yeah. All these people that actually want to do good for their community rather than talking about slanging that thug life or all this other type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's you don't see them trying to go back there. You don't see them trying to act like this. But no, we got young people trying to act like they made it out of some sort of tough position when that's not true. It's not acting black. There's no... Black is a color.
Black is a color.
Black is a color.
It's a physical attribute to a person, just like eye color, freaking, their weight and stuff like that, or their freaking, height.
Mm-hmm. Being black is what I am. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not.
It's like telling someone. It's like telling someone. It's like me telling someone I'm a Taurus, and then they're like, "You don't act like a Taurus."
You don't act like.
That's just some. That's a topic for another episode.
No, that's a whole different topic. We'll get there. But I get what you're saying.
But it's like, I'm sorry, I don't act like people born in freaking late April, early May.
Mm-hmm. And they'll do that with the whole zodiac sign stuff. Yeah. We could talk about it another time.
But that's a story for another time.
We know where we're going.
If you made it this far, comment zodiac.
We should just.
That's gonna be a running gag. That's gonna be a running gag.
If you made it this far, comment zodiac. So. For the people that think that acting black is this narrative, you have to act a certain way, you have to talk a certain way. Mm-hmm. Being black is what I am. It's not how I act.
No, remember the Fresh Prince episode where Carlton was trying to get into that fraternity?
Yes.
And the other guy was trying to gatekeep him from it because Carlton was a sellout because he grew up in a better home, had a better, and instead of listening to stuff like freaking, I don't know, F the police coming straight from he listened to it's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But yeah, I killed that. But yeah, and then he went off on him where Carlton, who's usually more of the comedic guy that we're supposed to make fun of, he went off on him where it's he said one of the most quoted statements that I repeat myself some days. He said, word for word, being black isn't something I'm trying to be, it's something that I am.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, I am not going to act
way.
I'm not going to act black, okay? I'm not going to buy into this racist myth that certain behaviors are associated with certain skin tones.
My thing is, I understand the jokes is whatever, right? But like with the people
as a joke, but there's people who have actually like
said that to me. And I had a girl that said that to me. Oh, you don't act black, and I'm like, how is a black person supposed to
by having a low stand? I feel like by having a low standard for myself, I don't belittle or disrespect myself. You know, I also won't compromise my standard. Yeah, I won't compromise my standard of living in order to fit in with my kind or whatever.
Like it's mind-boggling.
And like I'm saying this like for advice to like the African American kids out there who may have gotten the same stuff. You know, I think y'all should start like all my black babies out there. But start taking control of your own life by rejecting the idea of acting black. Simply said, there's just no, like, think about it like this. There's no alternative route. Like the saying, like, there's no alternative route to success. There's no, like, de facto acting black thing.
Like, there's no, like, complete, you are black. If you are black, you are black. You know, it is by your skin tone, what you look like is what you are, you know. That is what you are. It's not how you have to act. There's no acting black. You know, you don't act white. You know, there are traits and stuff like that, and
exactly
those are
or like when it comes to like specific food you eat or something, where it's like, oh,
how are you fried chicken?
Like they said as a joke, but I remember like I said I've never eaten deviled eggs before, and then my friends were like, how are you black and you've never had deviled eggs?
My mom ain't never made no deviled eggs. That is not. Listen, that's your house, not my house.
Not my house either.
What do you mean being black is like you have to?
I've seen more white people eat deviled eggs.
There's so every white function I go to, there's always
deviled eggs. Every black function I go to, there's
rice, is chicken. For coming from the African,
there's rolls.
Definitely rice. Don't forget.
Don't forget the jollof rice. Ghana makes better jollof rice. Nigeria, don't come at us. I just started a war right
you just
there.
Did. I was like, bro, this is only the second episode.
We're doomed. Just expect a bunch of Nigerian comments soon. Oh my gosh. Point is, there's no acting black. There's no acting white. You know, they can have. There's traits.
Be who you are.
Yeah. There's traits to how people were raised.
Screw how these people judge you, bro. Just continue being you.
Can't believe they're like, oh, you don't act black. It's like, okay, let me actually just go. Oh yeah, we talk like, gang types of, and I have seen that actually change people. We know people that have come from such a nice place.
Yeah.
Harker Heights, a nice place, and then they transition into this. Oh yeah, we came out the mud slanging dope, man. I had to sell dope to my grandma, man. On B, bro. You don't mess with me, bro. I got that pole, man. Don't be coming up. And the funny thing is, like, I won't act like that or act black until you test me. You won't see the hood side of me till you like really like test me, bro. Like, and I'm not trying to say. I see what you're doing. No, I'm not trying to say that in this type of stuff. But like, if you try me, I'm gonna show you. Right. You know, remember that one thing is like the more you F around, the more you're gonna find out. I had a girl test me in Arizona. She came up on the bus when I was hanging out with my bus driver. She tried to say effing move. I gave her the works and she got kicked off of the bus, her and her boyfriend. And my black friends were like, bro, where did that side come out of you from? They didn't even know I had that in me because I was acting like a normal George. Kofi. An normal Kofi.
Nah, Kofi came out.
That's my alter ego. They saw George when they hung around me, but I turned into Kofi. And
like when I'm out, I act like Vern. But when you come across me, you
get Deondre.
No, nah. I may act like a Vern, but you don't want Deondre to come out.
You don't want Dre to come out. Father Dre.
Father Dre. But yeah, anyways, y'all though, like that's it.
Listen, whatever.
Be who you are.
Be who you are.
That's just it. That's it.
This is just
DLC. This is just a code.
NPC coding. Like, this is what you are. It's what
you are. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
Like, but, we are all human. It's like human race.
But if you guys enjoy, be sure to like, comment, comments and suggestions for whatever you guys want us to talk about in the future.
Comment being black.
Yeah, comment Black History Month.
Comment Black History Month in the comment. You know what the funny thing is? Like, we'll get all these random comments of what we tell in the comment, and then we're just gonna see Black History Month, zodiac sign, this and that.
I mean, hey, at least we know they're watching.
Exactly. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And besides, when people comment, it's still getting traction.
Whether
it's negative or positive, it's still going to bring traction to your channel. So please comment. And also, share this video with a friend and consider subscribing. It's 100% free. And we also have an Instagram, the Chill Army Pod. Links will be in the description down below, or it might actually be under me right now. Ooh, I like that. But
put the
thing under,
and stuff like that. And then we'll put Enoch in the back.
And then and also our individual Instagrams will be in description. Will be in the description down below. So we love you all, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of the Chill Army Podcast. This is Deondre and George signing off with Enoch in the back.
Yeah,
only good. Chill Army.